Hello and welcome one and all. Today we are covering slowly changing dimensions. In a data warehouse, parts of a dimension table change over time, and this process is called slowly changing dimension. We may notice that some attributes undergo gradual changes over time, such as employee and customer names, titles and/or address. Product categories may evolve due to business process updates, mergers, and/or acquisitions. Managing these slowly changing dimensions is crucial to maintain the accuracy and relevance of our data warehouse. This requires a thoughtful approach to data integration, update strategies, and dimension management to ensure seamless analysis and reporting. Fortunately for us, the DBT framework provides us with a built-in feature called Snapshots that essentially allows us to track our data like a slowly changing dimension. It only requires simple configurations. So what are DBT Snapshots? DBT Snapshots allow us to look back in time at previous states of data. Let's take a look at this with an example. We have an order status of pending on January 2019. The status moves from pending to shipped for this ID the next day. How do we keep track of both of these rows without overriding it? Let's say we want to see both the statuses and, more importantly, when the change happened. DBT creates a table with two additional columns, valid from and valid to. In this example, it's going to pre-fill the valid from and to dates based on the updated at column. The valid date is filled with the date when the record changes. The current or the active rows valid to date are set to null. This way we'll have access to both of the rows. We can configure this in the snapshots directory in our project in a SQL file. This file has the snapshot qualifier, and within it we have a couple configs block. This is where we define the configuration for the snapshot and such as the primary key and our date column. Let's open the DBT project and head over to the snapshots directory. And here we create a new file, and with this file we add snapshots. This will contain the code to create the snapshot. We begin with the Jinja syntax and declare that this is a snapshot. We provide a name for this snapshot. We call it product snapshot. Now we define the configuration for this snapshot. In the config block, we provide the schema name. We create a separate schema called snapshots for this. Strategy is set to timestamp. We provide a unique key column in the table that identifies each row and the updated at column. That indicates when the record was updated. If you don't have an updated at column, then you can define the check strategy. This strategy works by comparing a list of columns between their current and historical values. If any of these columns have changed, then DBT will expire the old record and insert a new one. Let's follow the best practices here. We use the raw tables as the source, therefore, we use the source function in our query. We should use the snapshot as a source in our staging models. We should select as many columns as possible. DBT advises to select all columns as we can't go back and recreate the columns at a later point. This is similar as if we are creating a staging model from a source. Let's save our file and give this a try. Let's create this snapshot table with the DBT snapshot command. It is going to check our project, in particular the snapshots folder, and look for anything with a snapshot flag and run and create the snapshot. DBT is running the snapshot and we can see this table being created. Let's refresh the database and we have a new schema called snapshots, which is housing our snapshots tables. We can query the table to see the source columns as well as the DBT generated columns. When we run the first time, everything gets updated and we can see when it's valid from, and if any row has changed, it will have two entries. Now let's update a few rows in our source table and see how DBT handles the new version of an existing record. We are using the following table in the database. It is based on the staging product table. We select a few columns from it. We created these tables using the Python ETL series. Anyways, the data is based on the AdventureWorks database. If you have followed the DBT series, Then we extracted this table using Airbyte. We need to update the modified date column on Insert and Updates. We can manually perform this operation, but let's create a function that updates this date column. We call this function in a trigger on the product table. Our database setup is complete. We are updating the product name for the product ID 3. This statement will update the name column as well as the modified date. We can query the table to make sure both of these columns are updated. Let's now run the snapshot command again. We expect to see 2 rows for the product ID 3. Here we have both records in our table, a current row and historical row. DBT expires the existing row and inserts a new row with the valid date set to null. We have both records, and thus we can see the history of the product. What change has gone through over time. We can update another record to see this in action. I will update another product row in the source table. Let's run DBT Snapshot once again and review what we got, and it should be similar as before. So now we have 2 different rows, a historical and a current, where DBT valid to column is null, which would give us the recent versions of the record, and there we have it. And we can see current view of the data as well as the history. DBT Snapshot makes maintaining the slowly changing dimension fairly straightforward. Normally this takes careful planning and custom code, but DBT Snapshot makes this a breeze. Now we can use this snapshot just like any other source in our staging model. We can analyze our data with the current view of the data as well as we can see the history. All we need to do is to pass a date that is between valid from and valid to range, and we view the different versions of the product. We can apply this technique to any dimension table where we need to store history. Hopefully this provides a good understanding of what snapshots are and how to use them in a DBT project. This is all on DBT for now. I hope you enjoyed the session. Like, share, and subscribe. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video.